Dear all, welcome to IgnitedMinds Academy. Today we have a guest, Mr. Srikanth Walgad, a 1991 batch IAS officer from Haryana cadre, who has served in a wide variety of roles from district administration and urban and rural development to Chief Vigilance Officer of BEL. With an engineering degree from NIT Karnataka and advanced studies in public policy and management from IIM Bangalore, he combines deep technical, administrative and policy experience. We are privileged to have sir with us today to discuss how education and leadership development can empower our next generation. We welcome to Ignited Minds Academy, sir.
Thank you.
Having this engineering background from the technical, what exactly inspired you to make that transition into the civil services, sir?
While studying engineering, initially when you are in engineering college, at that time I had a little inclination towards civil services, not exactly. After completing my engineering and my colleagues and my friends and the environment actually developed, looking into the opportunities of public service, these services offer in public services as well as management, I thought why can't try this exam. This led to entering the UPSC competitive environment with my hard work as well as the blessings of the mentor and others. I could succeed in this exam.
So you did engineering as a technical background and also the management background. In terms of policy making while working with the government, how it helps you to make sure the policies to reach to the people properly?
And in public service, especially the policy making as well as the policy implementation, they are very important. Another thing as a service, the person, he works in different capacities. That is designed like that. Because you initially are expected to get an experience at the field, especially with IAS and IPS, all India services. That is why you spend most of the initial formative years in districts and sub-districts as well as the divisions. And during this period, you have to adapt to different situations. You should have that characteristics of adaptability also. This helps in imbibing the different qualities. Also understanding the difficulties general public faces and what are the gaps in the administration. These observations help the person to develop policies when he reaches at the senior levels. And as per the engineering background, how it helps. But normally in engineering education, you'll be basically studying with science and maths as a basic science as a background. And there is most is about analytical things. Correct. And as well as the critically examining the different situations and you that. And this helps because as an administrator, nowadays we have to analyze each situation, analyze your policies also and critically evaluate them. And this with engineering as well as your training in administration, this combined it will help the person to develop better policies.
And sir, in your throughout journey, any one instance that you can share with us regarding to make a good policy by having the both background education?
I'll tell you, the election management, I did state elections in 2014-15. What we did was, that time of course the technology was existing, but election management, in what happens in election is a big exercise.
Correct.
It is a one-day exercise. Everything is mandatory because it has to be completed in a particular time schedule. And each event has to happen on that day, means it has to happen. Finally, it is a day of poll, that is important. And day of poll, so many people will go there, so many polling stations, large number of polling stations, and the polling starts at a particular time, it ends, your material come back to your centers, collection centers. This we use at the time available technology with our NIC team and SMS based web solutions we made. And we felt, and the people who were working earlier in that offices, they also felt that using the technology, outcome what you received, supervision, how the supervision went so smoothly, we could visualize it. And there is otherwise a manual, earlier used to have to manual in the sense it is a paper based. A lot of drudgery was there, and the information you used to get at a different lag of time also. And this even during the collection, the counting, nowadays you can see the counting also. Lot of the technology has come, it is you can see. At that time we also base the technology, use technology in our counting, and every time it was getting updated, and both for us also, for media as well as to the public, we could offer better solutions in that.
Thanks, sir. Great. From rural development to the bell industries. So, how the transition, sir?
Rural development, see, in administration, because our economy, considering the Indian major economy and the people who are employed in the sectors, rural sectors, it gives a major employment. That is why the governments have to offer the relevant rural schemes, so that poverty elevation, it happens. It is a gradual process, but every event is an important thing. Every policy is an important. That is why initial exposure, I already mentioned, it is towards the rural development, because you work as a district rural development agencies were earlier there. Now in a Jilla Panchayat is a new form, and basically they are in the sector of education, health, and related activities, along with agriculture, horticulture, and the different activities. They are looked after by the young administrators. That gradually it goes on, but once you climb the ladder, you are exposed to different administrators, like an urban administration, as well as the education in the college level education, technical education, and health, and other different sectors like your infrastructures like road network and irrigation. And as you said, the Bharat Electronics Limited, I worked in Bharat Electronics. I had, because I did my engineering as a personally, I wanted to have a small stint in a technical institution. As a technical, what was the opportunity available was in the vigilance administration. I did work in Bharat Electronics, and a good thing, I learned something about defense electronics also, because I had a little interest in that, plus also vigilance administration, because in administration, ethics and proper decision making is very important. Vigilance, it is not individual, it is not personal, vigilance is important for the organization also. Nowadays we see in ethics, in corporate governance also. That is why I think it gave an opportunity for me to have an experience of that.
Great, sir, great. And behalf of Ignited Minds Academy, that we are going and doing a lot of seminars to the students, but majority of them are not at all aware about what kind of power, or else like how they can do the service to the nation. That idea was not there. So in short, that you want to convey a message, if someone who can prepare their civil services during the degree, how they can get the hold to do the service to the nation.
The preparation for the civil services, of course, with the national level is UPSC, state level they have their own PSCs also, and even some other exams, allied exams also they are conducted. These exams are like not like a sprint. I think you start in 1 month preparation, you complete it.
Exactly.
They need a longer period for preparation also. And if you start at the little earliest, it will be beneficial, because in these exams, along with your subject knowledge, the general knowledge, it is examination is very important. How you develop your general knowledge, it is not that knowing the things is not important. Along with knowing the things, and how do you correlate the things and come out with how these any event happening in the world, what are the ripple effects of that event, and even in for example in history, how the particular event happened, and what was its whatever its reasons for happening that, and what were its outcomes, and reflections on the society also. This is it's not simple. It has some complexity in it. That is why I feel the institutions like IMA, and if you start at the earliest, of course it has to be structured, and it has to be mentored also, because all of the school level and the college level students capability to imbibe the things is different, and look at the things, how you look at the things, the particular study material, it is also very different.
Correct.
That is why the students have to develop the not a rote learning. They have to understand the concepts. Once they understand the concepts, building on those concepts, it becomes easier. Especially with the general knowledge, the person learns the general knowledge gradually. He can build on the events. For example, suppose some Gulf war is happening. If he knows what are the Gulf nations, what is the relations, the why war started, what will be the implications. It has to be gradually, it has to be developed. Then you will be able to answer the questions at the examinations in a right perspective.
Fine, sir. And even we are doing a counseling to the students, but still the students are more interested. Majority of the parents, what they suggest is, already my kid is in degree. Let him finish the degree. Later on that we can go and prepare for the competitive examinations. If you see the number of students appear for this exam, it's very vast. So being in the degree in the early time, if the students are willing, but still the parents are not encouraging them to do. So what message that you can convey to the parents?
Yeah, see, the UPSC is a marathon, and in a marathon we have to build our strength. And like a person, suppose a marathon, you go for a large marathons, you cannot build suddenly with a short period of, even though you are healthy, and also you have to gradually build your strength, and you have to acclimatize with that the system. Similarly, in the UPSC type of examinations, it has 3 stages: preliminary, mains, and interview. And along with your academics, what you are studying in the college, and you have to get oriented yourself to this, the nature of exam, what is being tested in this exam. And along with this, the person has to develop his personality also, and character. And this can happen with the proper mentoring, because person may be knowing he is good in his knowledge, he may be academically excellent also. If he doesn't get a proper mentor and the input, I think he may not come out with a positive outcome in the examination. And similarly, for a parents, I suggest that now we are living in an era where artificial intelligence has also entered our life. In this era, we can't say that what I am learning in the college, that is sufficient.
Yes.
And suppose you want to learn an extra things, and there are a lot of extra things are available, but that is a lot of diversion will happen. And in this scenario, and I feel if the institution, it is able to provide you the material in a structured manner along with mentorship, it will be beneficial to the student also, and the student will be ahead of the others. He can channelize his strength and as well as his study also towards this exam, and he can do better in this exams.
In Ignited Minds, that we are also providing the foundation course to the school kids. So how it is important to know more about the governance and all the policies at the early stage, so we can shape them not only for the academics, also to be a leader. So they can take a decision right after their 12th or PUC, and which course they can go ahead. So in that particular age, do you think that that's a right time to go for the foundation to know more about the competitive examination in our country?
See, the exposure is an important thing nowadays. Nowadays, you can see that the children, earlier in the days, the school education was limited to the textbooks and academics. Nowadays, we can see the people with the young students with the age of 16, 17 becoming an entrepreneur, especially in tech areas. And they are entering the things, he is learning new things about new technologies also.
Yes.
And the public service is also an important area, and person has to, if the student at the student level, if he comes to know about what does mean the public service, it can come through some input only, and he understand that what does a person does. It is not just a job, and why public service, and how our public service works in a nation and in a particular state also. Though you study students study in their textbooks, and that is not sufficient. If the student wants to like that area of interest, and with this input at even a school level, and sometimes it might ignite interest for the student in that area.
Correct.
And then he will be able to add to his knowledge in a systematic manner, and that will help the student to develop not only his interest, also his academic interest, along with that his personality development also, because administration needs a lot of important personalities like integrity as well as ethics, and competitive, how to face a competitive environment, and even how to face the failures also. And these are important things. These are learnt gradually also, And if a person is exposed to with the inputs from an institution or any other media, it will be beneficial to the student.
And even few students come up with the question like, sir, we want to know that I want to become a KAS officer, but I'm in the first year. So would you like to suggest to start civil services, or only should I concentrate on the state services?
What I suggest is the examinations, whether you are in there might be differences might be in the syllabus, but by and large what we have seen in recent years is State Public Service Commission, they are adopting the syllabus of the Union Public Service Commission in most of the states. That is why there might be minor difference in the syllabus. Along with some states may have the language or their culture and something more relevant to the state as a subjects. Apart from that, the examinations rigor is the same, whether you appear in state service or in a national level exams. Rigor is the same, though the little exposure or little content and concept might be different at the different states. But you prepare for one exams, that will definitely it will be helpful in other exams also.
Sir, we would like to hear it from you. Ignited Minds Academy, as you said, that we are into the school segment also, and we are providing structured mentoring structure also. So according to your opinion, this way of delivering the content to the students, like how you are feeling about it?
See, what is my experience was, because we also gone through the same stage, school, high school, college, all those things. Whatever I could see, the mentoring today is very important.
Yes.
What I've seen is a lot of inputs are many nowadays, and with the technology where access to social media and others, there are a lot of inputs are there, and a lot of diversions also happen. That is why if the person as a student gets a material and well thought material, that is also important. And along with that, the structured mentorship, this will help the student in concentrating on his academics also, as well as developing his competency towards these exams also. And this can happen with assistance nowadays. A lot of assistance is needed, especially at the school level. Of course, when it comes to college and when you are facing the real exam, your personal efforts also a lot of matter.
Correct.
But along with efforts, mentor, what I feel is he gives a lot of support, not only in academics. Academic support is definitely mentor gives. Along with that, he gives many times a person studying he may lose interest sometimes, and he may get dejected also. That empathy the mentor gives, along with his academic input, that helps a lot in building his character.
Correct, sir. Fine. Sir, nowadays if you see the kids, like they are completely tech savvy. Even they are not ready to sit for the conventional kind of studies.
Yes.
Many institutions also move towards the smart classroom studies. So providing this competitive examination coaching through the online, would it be a benefit for the students?
See what happens, you only told that because nowadays, because we have to live in the society at a particular technological age, we cannot be away from the technology. So we have to use the technology, and how good and in what manner we use it, and how to that is important. Definitely technology nowadays, with the present technology, AI technology, it gives content in different formats, and as well as the relevant content also, what is relevant to the student. And this way definitely technology helps. Content is combined with the video, as well as in a structured and the research manner, that will help the student in absorbing things and remembering the things in a long period.
Okay. Sir, any one advice to the principals and the students and the parents during preparing for this examination at the initial stage? What would be your advice, sir? One advice.
Suppose first, because every student is different. As a student, we don't have much of exposure, because daily academics is things, and most of the things what you see the students is sometimes they are loaded is so much of academics, and they don't get a time to look at these things. Suddenly, sometimes what happens, you complete your college, When you come out of the college, suddenly you face this is an exam. And to avoid that, if the principals and in the college authority, if they expose the students to such a situations, and sometimes there will be good students who would like to compete in such exams, and they want to improve their capabilities also. For such students, it will be beneficial.
Right, sir. And majority of the students thinks that if they want to prepare for this IAS examination, they should be very good in their academics, like getting more percentage, only gold medals or different higher institutions. Only those kind of people can prepare for this examination. That's the thought process. So how you will break this myth, sir?
See any exam for that matter, I told you it is this because already in college exams, these exams are different. These public service exams are different. In a college exam, it is what is taught to you and what the person has learnt, that is tested.
Yes.
And for these exams, this is the competitive exams. In these exams, the syllabus is defined, syllabus is given. Sometimes people see the syllabus is so vast, but syllabus has to be, subject has to be complete. That is why syllabus seems so vast. But the nature of the competitive exams, once you go through it, there it is, person is not his knowledge is actually directly knowledge is not tested. It is along with the knowledge, application of the knowledge. That is why it doesn't mean that person with a high CGPA or high grading, he only can understand things. The person who is good in concepts and who is good in analytical mind of things, definitely they will be able to do better in such exams.
Fine, sir, fine. So if you see the complete journey in terms of preparation, many aspirants used to think that IAS is not possible for them to achieve in a short time period. Right after the graduation, 2 attempts, 3 attempts, they feel that it is not my cup of tea, like I just want to leave and go for some job. So that is the reason as an academy, like we wanted to provide the coaching during the early preparation. So some benefits you can share with us, the early preparation can help them how to crack the examination at early
because
age.
I told you, nowadays the system, I think general knowledge is very important. Therefore, I think, and along with the ethics, then your subject is only one subject is there. I think general knowledge can be developed over a period of time, and that will give us a sound foundation for these general knowledge examinations. And that way, if you start early in a right manner, definitely the student will be able to do better in the general knowledge examinations. And at the college level, if they are exposed, and if you develop the means appetite for the general knowledge, that will definitely improve your scores in the examinations.
Fine, sir. Thank you so much for all the insights from your side, sir. And it's pleasure, behalf of Ignited Minds Academy, that we have you as advisory board member, and we look forward your support to provide these kind of insights to the students community out there. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you to be associated with such an things where we are igniting the minds of the children who have inclination towards the public service. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates. For more information, please fill out the form link in the description below.